Oh wait, I might as well give you all like a world tour for like 2,000 days. Me actually flying around showing you everything. Alright, so Forever Green, as you can see, not much has happened to it. Well, except with some of these trees. I had to get some leaves, so obviously we have the entrance over here. Well, this is like going to be the entrance of the village and of the forest. But this is where the entrance of Forever Green is going to be. Obviously, we have a path going to move that way and go around. We have a house here, some trees. There's going to be a field here with probably some sheep and such in there. So we have a path moving up. We have our blacksmith here. We have another house. Don't know what that's going to be. There's going to be the town square over here with a fountain in the circle. House. House. I think that's going to be a tavern. And this is going to be the mayor's house. Obviously, the mayor being Tuput. Because they actually named the place, so. Everybody praise Mayor Tuput. And obviously, I'm definitely planning on taking the terrain back and having more village over there. It's just that, obviously, it's not there, so. Alright, but hold on. Let's focus around, like, the actual, like, center island. Let me put my netherite away. Don't want no one stealing it from my own inventory. So obviously we have the center center area. This house, although I almost never use it anymore, it used to be obviously a blacksmith. This village originally had one. I based in it. It was very messy inside. Apple's upset of the Shulker monster over here. Apple should have seen what was going on in here, because this was my whole storage system. And so, obviously, it cleaned out once I got the storage system over here. I think about day 500 or 400, I think. I don't know. 400 or 500, I built that and moved everything over. Obviously, before that, I wanted to make a storage area up here, but never really filled it out, and everything got moved over there. Behind here, I had all my original villagers breeding and trading. Just like placed a bunch of beds, bred them up, started trading. Originally, this was the extension. Over here, there was a house, and this was where all of them were working. Where I was originally breeding up. There was two houses next to each other. It was a whole deal. I believe I have a screenshot of me doing all my trading on like day 30 or whatever. Really nice stuff. And so obviously eventually I made the extension over here. And back here was where my zombie was that I did the curing. So this is the outside of the villager. If you go next to it is where I have all my stone and cobblestone generator. And we'll get to that in a second. It's very noisy. So let me turn it down. So obviously I have cobblestone, stone. I can get both cobblestone and stone from stone. So cobblestone's really pretty much useless because it doesn't get insta-mined. Don't know why I did that, but yeah. Of course, like 2 separate chests for it. This big monstrosity is supposed to be the mob farm. So I forgot when I built this, but yeah, I wanted to make a tree that goes around it. Originally, it was an oak tree. It didn't make sense because of all the like spruce trees around the area, and further there'd be a giant oak tree. So that's why I'm in the middle of changing it over. Obviously not done. So they will come down. So obviously we have all the mobs coming in here. There's a hopper system that goes over. This guy spawned. Just kept him in a boat. And obviously hoppers come down. Storage system, automatic sorting. And then there's a lava bucket back there for excess. Which, as you can hear it, there's quite a bit of excess, especially for the junk items. Lots of music, though. Over here, we have the carrot farm. Simply, back when I built this, it was such an expensive build because I didn't really have a lot of emeralds, and me getting brick cost quite a bit of emeralds, so especially with the terracotta too. So this is my carrot farm. It has been backed up for quite a bit. I'm gonna need to take care of that. But yeah, it's 2-layered, simple design, easy to build. The centerpiece wasn't originally here, but I recently built this, fairly recent. So yeah, it's just a simple little design wrap around with the bushes in the center. This area, it was where my iron farm used to be. I built an iron farm here day 10, and it actually survived quite a bit until I made a bunch of iron farms back at spawn. So they're just constantly running because, you know, spawn chunks. And I just built this like little memorial for the iron farm. Little iron golem here, as you can tell. It's an iron golem. And so if you come to the back of here, there's just a few signs. I named this area Iron Port because of the iron farm. Iron Port was made in memory of the iron farm that sat here since day 10. Since day 10 through day 1350. Yeah, that's a rough estimate because I have no clue what exact day I did. And obviously down here we have Pat's Shack. This is Pat. Pat is the original zombie who sat in the iron farm. So he's one of the oldest mobs here. He's one of the oldest mobs in the world. So good to know. So obviously we have the iron farm. We have this area. Originally I had you actually go back and watch the YouTube short on it because it was in one of the weekly Superflat recap. I built a cobblestone generator here. It was a horrible design, so I took it down, and I just kind of kept the storage system down. Let Pat retire. This is his retirement. This is his retirement. He wants to do this. He has no other choice. But yeah, that used to be the cobble generator. Took it down. If we look next to Pat's Shack, we have this interesting building. Wanted to go for a unique design. As you can see, it's like I wanted to go with like a blue roof, dark oak, all of that such. If this is actually my creeper farm, so bunch of gunpowder just building up. Yeah. Like a bunch of clicking going on. Very annoying. This is just a very like ominous back way, not much to it. The cobblestone generator has an upstairs to it. If we come over here, behind the villager trading, we have an iron golem memorial. So when I first built the iron farm, day 10, very cringy, but I felt sorry for all the iron golems I've killed by hand before leading up to that. So this is the amount of golems that I killed.
Iron golems.
But yeah, Iron Golem Memorial was built right after the iron farm was made. So all of these is like 30 something. Yeah, I think 33 was the number, probably wrong. 33 iron golems were killed before making the iron farm. And so these are all their graves. Yeah. Obviously, we have this is where the library used to sit. Originally, it was like a barn type building, very ugly. Took it down, fixed it. You'll see the YouTube short on me making it. It was a recap video. But yeah, it's like we have a big old dome here. We have an actual villager breeder. We have all the iron. Downstairs we have all of my villagers, like my librarians. And I actually built this stairway recently. There's nothing upstairs. Originally, I had the staircase in the middle, but that was ugly and too big. Didn't like it. This is just a idea that I had. This doesn't have a purpose to it. It's just because it looked pretty. A little windmill, meal. Yeah, there's nothing inside. Yeah, nothing inside. Over here we have another graveyard. There's nothing on the signs. I need to fix those because there was some updating issues way back when. So these are the graves of all like the little friends that I had along the way. This was a grave for the iron port. That's why there's an iron block. This is a grave for my starting hoe. This was an iron hoe that I had. Not the exact one. Obviously, it broke. But there was an iron hoe that I had since day one. It broke, and I made a little grave for it. This is Jerry or Timmy. I don't know. I need to fix the signs. He was pre day 100. He was a little baby slime I had kept in my house. Left the gate open. He wandered into the Nether and died. Very sad. This was a pigman that I had and befriended. He'll just wander around the base. Iron Golem spawn, killed him. Very sad. And these are two graves for the... There was a baby pigman and an adult pigman sitting in a boat right there. I remember where they were. There was a boat sitting right there. They were just chilling, father and son. Iron Golem spawn killed him, so... These are just friends that I had along the way. Very sad, very emotional. They will never be forgotten. So obviously, all of that is right above the storage system. Like I said, built this around day 400, most likely 400 or 500. I don't know. So we have dirt, sand, wood, stone. We have two more friends in cages here. This is Bobby. He's an iron golem who just spawned in here. I'm like, yeah, he's a pet now.
Dang it, Bobby.
Over here we have Pimmy, Jimmy, Bimmy, Timmy. Yeah. Wimmy died. Yeah, Wimmy died, so these were supposed to be the first like 4 pufferfish I got from the wandering trader. As you can see, there's 3 of them. So what happened was, when I was putting them in this aquarium, the ceiling to this is made out of stairs, and Wimmy, this is his dead body. When I was placing him in here, I accidentally clicked the stair. Wimmy, instead of glitching downward, glitched upward and suffocated in the air. Bro couldn't breathe. So yeah, Wimmy just hangs up there. And obviously here we have the 2 starting maps. I like to update my maps, obviously. We'll be doing that very soon. This was day 200. This was day 300. So like, obviously couldn't get 100 because it didn't have the stuff to make maps. Yeah. So 200, yeah, 200, 300. Sitting in front of them is this when I first got the custom armor stand data pack, I was just messing around here. Got some 2 little swords sitting on the back. Very cool. Just like a little stand. The shulker box in front of it is retired loot from way back when. So like probably like I don't even know, back in April of 2022, I believe. There's a screenshot of me dying and like a screenshot of it happening. So way back when I was doing an end busting run, just going everywhere. In the end, like ship, you know how it is. A huge lag spike hit me, and I fell to the ground and died. Didn't know where I was, so I just forgot it and left. So back when I got getting the started getting mods up, you know, it helped me with my stuff. I got the minimap mod, or like the map mod, so that shows me everything. I found out that it was. I found out that the map showed every loaded chunk throughout the history of your world, like even before getting it. So I'm like, I bet. I'm gonna see if I can go to the end and retrieve that stuff from long ago. So I did some retracing and yeah, found it. And this was all that was recovered because it just so happened to be on the edge and like the rest of the stuff probably fell into the void. Who knows? But yeah, we got the You Are Die sword. We got the Soft Touch Junior because the original Soft Touch died. And just like everything else is not named. So very, very cool, very cool. So next to it we have my bigger map. So back in day 400, obviously with me getting my Elytra, I was able to fly around and start doing bigger projects. So yeah, I'm gonna like make a bigger map, track my progress, yada yada yada. Obviously my stuff got way too big to where I couldn't fit everything on this map anymore. Like at least my plans at that point, because my plans were so big that I couldn't really fit it on the map. Yeah, although I was still pretty small back then. So I'll get to the other map soon. So in order for me to properly retire this map, I made it my nether room. So back in I put my portal, little mini nether here. Got a little side entrance. Oh, got a little side entrance over here. This goes nowhere. Don't worry about that. Nether's right there. Not much in there, so don't worry. And then we have a little more of like custom armor stands. Just a guy drinking his life away. Next to that, we have my sugarcane farm. Just a little setup. Simple. This goes back and forth. It appears that the mine carts are no longer working. Just a little collection system down here. Almost about to overflow. Yeah, pretty cool, pretty cool. And so up here, this is the last thing in the center area. So over here, this is where like the manor, and it's not a castle. I would make a bigger castle if that was the case. But this is the manor of the area. Well, actually, let's focus over here. So over here, this is the barracks of the area. So like, this is where like a little outpost is. Obviously, I wanted to go for a fortified look. I think I nailed it. Yeah, we got a little like training area here. Didn't really make target blocks. I didn't know how to, so I made those. These doors go nowhere, but inside here is where the villager breeder is for the library. So yeah, the villagers are like right there. Obviously, we have the manor here. The manor, I want to do an interior for it, but there is like it's a functional interior. It's not fully designed. So like there's floors, there's beams, except this area. That's pretty much empty. And if you come down here, there's like the original village. I just built over it. This was built with Lightmatica, so as you can tell. Needs a dungeon. That's what I plan on doing. Is that there's going to be some sort of dungeon underneath. If my mouse can work, I can fly up here. I don't know what's up with my mouse. But here's like a little like upward views, like sky view, go around it. Yeah, I felt very proud about this. Now, obviously, on top of the mob farm, we have this little guy. Yeah, he's just looking over. I actually like made a piece of artwork for this. Just looking across at such a beautiful world, yeah. So beautiful. And so that's pretty much the center island. Over here is where I made my first island. Day 440 or something like that. It took me like 40 in-game days to finish. So originally, like just wrapped around, and then I made it cut this way. And obviously, with the extension over here, I made it go that way. So yeah, down here we have the dock area, and it's just like terracotta crates. We have a crane. We have a little house here. I thought about putting a map in here. I just put a bed in here. Got two little llamas. So nothing too special here. It's just decoration. Plan on putting a field, two houses. Originally, I plan on putting a castle here, but didn't really make sense after a while. So I'm tearing it down, like terraforming over it. Eventually, I'm gonna put a castle farther out. It's whatever. Over here is where I plan on putting a village. Still don't have a name for it. So we have just an empty house. We have a lighthouse and our cathedral. I'll send you in there a little bit. None of these have interiors either. It's just like I said, a functional interior. So like you can see like where everything is. It's like there's a ladder going to the second floor. Nothing too special. I do plan on making interiors eventually, so don't worry. The lighthouse was the first build that went up here. Just very, very cool. And there used to be a bunch of trees sitting out front, but the trees were such a horrible design, I took them down. There's a path going over, changed that. There was several plans for this area. I just tore them down, and I'm like, I'm gonna restart. Right here, I actually have a day 1000 monument. Very cool. I have a video of me building this because it was gonna go for the original day 1000 special that obviously is posted on the channel, but I don't think I put it in, so yeah, it's whatever. Obviously not enough black dye at the time, so I didn't finish it. I have it now, so just need to work on it. If we go in here, this is where my map is. I need to get connected glass eventually because this is ugly. But we have the bigger map. All my plans are gonna go in this area. So obviously we have the center here, and just like the water goes out, and there in the real world, thought I saw something out there. There's actually a border that goes around that entraps the water. That it's like a scale to the map, so it actually follows the map. And so yeah, that's like going to be the border of where I build everything. And so we have the goals. Over here is my world goals, like what I actually want to build in the world. So like clouds, temples. I want to get a netherite beacon. Obviously not going to deal with the cheat, but a city style for each biome. Yeah, simple stuff. And over here we have just like farms I want to build. It's like basalt farm, wool farm, a snow farm, which we can actually build now. A mob switch, maybe. Crop farms, gold farm, mob farm, yeah. Mob switch, mob farm. We have another nether portal here. Yeah, nothing else to it. I wanted to add a bell. I need to finish that. Obviously not fully finished. And you can tell that it's not fully finished because this side is decorated with like different texturing and blocks, while the 3 other sides are not. So that's like a funny thing. Y'all can laugh. Obviously, we have Forever Green over here. We have the arc that sat unfinished for over 1,000 days, and I finally Took the time to finish it. Just a bunch of unfinished terraforming. Oh, and actually the sun is setting on day 99, so it's gonna be 2000 soon. Yeah, it spawns over here. We have a bunch of animals. Because when I first generated this world, it was in 1.15, and I guess the passive mob cap was increased pretty far. So yeah, we have the very, very awful shulker farm. That was a pain in the butt to build. Yeah, but it got me a bunch of shulkers. So we have the 2 iron farms down here. We have obviously my dirt mining. Yeah, these just run forever. When I posted the video, how much dirt could you get with a shulker box full of shovels? This is where this took place. So obviously a big area. I think it was like 160,000 blocks. We had a wandering trader over here. He's gone. I don't have much going on in the Nether and End, so I'm not going to show you all that. But yeah, that's pretty much all I have going on. Which, you know what that means. You know what we're going to do? We're going to sleep like a baby, and then 2,000 days will be here. Never mind, obviously I can't sleep on the mob farm. I'm gonna sleep where it all began. And now, 2,000 days. After over 2 years after the after the world was made.